Hi, I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, and I hope you're having an awesome Thursday morning. I know here on the East Coast it's rainy and crazy, but it's still going to be a great day, successful. Go out there and charge on and take care of the things you need to take care of. At least it's not the weekend and it's raining, right? So, and our plants need it really badly, don't they? So, as I said, I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group. I hope you're having a great day. First, let me say, if you are checking in, if you're viewing us and getting some information, please check in and tell me hi so I know you're there. I really appreciate everybody taking a few minutes to check in. And also, if you're joining us on the recorded version, please feel free to ask questions and things as well. I love when you guys ask questions because it helps me understand what kind of things that I need to talk about to give you some more information. So we've been talking a lot about ownership and estates and how you own title to property and all of those different things. And I thought that, you know, there's something that's probably really important that maybe we need to talk about. Good morning, Miss Tracy. How are you? So I thought there would be something that I thought maybe we'd talk about for a minute. A lot of people ask me questions about, I want to add somebody to the ownership, or I want to take somebody off of the ownership of my property. How does that work? Good morning, my friend Pam. How are you? Yeah, happy cloudy day, but it's all good. It's Thursday, and hopefully the weekend will be beautiful, and it gives us more opportunity to go out and be successful and not worry about the weather. So I wanted to talk about adding or taking somebody off the ownership of your property because this is something that happens. You know, maybe you bought a piece of property by yourself and then you got married, or you decided you didn't get married, but you have somebody that you've been with for a long time and you guys decided to take ownership to your property together. Or say, for example, that you were married and you're not married anymore, and you've agreed that one of the two of you will now have the ownership of the home and you want to take somebody's name off the ownership. Or if you bought a piece of property with your parents and you got to the point where you were successful and able to get the mortgage on your own and you wanted to change the ownership of the property, taking your parents off of that. Or you wanted to add your children because some things are changing in your life and maybe you wanted, for estate planning purposes, to add your children. So lots of different ways. Good morning, Philip. Good morning, Gerald. Hope you're having a great day. Good to see you. So all those different scenarios, good things, things that change our lives, all those different types of things, they can affect the ownership because you wanna address those so that the people that you care about or the people that you no longer have a relationship with, how that ownership is affected with your real estate. So as a title company, one of the things we can do is prepare those deeds for you, and the process is in fact this. You would contact our office, tell us what kind of process you want, what you're looking to do. You want to change the ownership by adding someone to the ownership or removing someone from the ownership. You have to tell us what you want to do. You have to put it in writing because we need, because of lots of reasons, we need that in writing to give us direction on what to do. And then we can actually prepare the deed for you. We charge a nominal fee for preparing that deed, and then we actually send it through the process of getting recorded in the land records and getting it back to you, because recording it is what makes it official. You have the deed and you have the ownership, but recording it makes it public record, and so anyone doing a search on that property can tell who the actual owners are and how they own the property. So it's really a pretty simple process. There's a few things that go into maybe making it a little more, a few more steps. One of those is right now in Maryland and in Virginia, it's property tax time. So if the property taxes are not paid, the county will require we pay those property taxes before we can record any documents whatsoever. So in order to do that, we'd have to pay the property taxes. And if your property is mortgaged, more than likely the lender is holding an escrow to pay those property taxes. And property taxes come due on July 1st, but you have until September 30th to pay them. So even though they're due right now and you're thinking, wow, that my taxes are paid in July, more than likely they're not. Most lenders hold on to those escrows and that property tax payment until September 30th, and they wire all those funds directly to all of the different taxing authorities on that day. So in order to record a deed for you, we would have to make sure those property taxes are paid. So we either have to wait till September 30th or October 1st to record that deed for you, or we have to, you would have to pay those property taxes and get reimbursed from your lender. Now, if you pay your property taxes yourself, which there's a good handful of people that do that, either the lender doesn't require it or you don't have a loan on your property, then it's really a non-issue as long as you've paid the property taxes and you're going to be paying those yourself. So that's typically a concern. Let's talk about something else with respect to the costs. If you're adding someone to the ownership of your property that is not an immediate family member, and when I say immediate family, husband, wife, mother, father, brother, sister, that's it. If you're not adding one of those people, the county will charge you recording costs, recordation taxes on whatever percentage ownership that person is going to take. Likewise, if you're removing someone from the property that's not an immediate family member, same thing, husband, wife, ex-spouses, brother, sister, mother, father, they again will charge recording costs to the percentage that that person owned based on the value of the property. Now, that can get a little costly. It depends on your situation and what you are trying to achieve and how important that is to you, whether you need to get that taken care of or not. But know that going in, and that's true in most jurisdictions, and particularly in Maryland and Virginia, they will charge you that recordation tax. The county's theory is that when you bought the property together, you only paid your percentage, which isn't true. In most cases, we pay things together. If we bought something together as spouses or brother and sister or added our parents or whatever, or if we were a boyfriend and girlfriend and we split it, maybe we didn't split it, maybe one of you bought it. But anyway, the theory is, and that's the way the county views it, is that you, when you purchased that property, you paid your percentage of that recordation tax, and now you have to pay the other percentage. So they're going to charge you that amount, and so you have to keep that in mind when you're looking at those costs to do those transfers. But it's a very simple process. Like I said, those are some things that go into it. If we're talking about, earlier this week we talked about estates, and if we're talking about changing a property out of an estate, then we're going to need some estate documents. We're going to need to see the letters of administration from the court, and we're going to need to be able to see the death certificate of the person that passed that we're removing from the ownership, because we have to follow that chain too. Just like if you were buying a piece of property and we do a search and we're trying to follow where the ownership went to make sure that that there's no break in the chain and that everyone validly owned that property, we have to establish this piece, what happened to that person and how that's addressed. Just like if someone used a power of attorney or someone got married and changed their name, those are some things, any differences from when that ownership happened, we're going to ask for some documentation to support that so we can make sure we follow that chain and we make sure that everybody who owns it is valid owners and where their interests might have gone. So if you're adding someone who was your girlfriend and is now your spouse, and she got a name change, we're probably going to need a marriage certificate. Or if you're removing somebody, same kind of thing. If they were a spouse and they had the name change, then we're going to need a marriage certificate just to verify and confirm that we have the right process and we have the right names. And then we're going to include some of that information on the deed when we prepare that for you. So good morning, Miss Sharon. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of information today on adding or removing someone from the ownership of the property. We can actually help you with that as we can. We'd love to help you with your home closing. I want you to remember that this is a very important choice. Who does the closing for your home? A lot of times we have so many things going on when we're buying a piece of property that we let others recommend things for us and let them handle things. But one of the things, the three most important things when you're buying a property is finding the right loan, finding the right house with the wonderful realtor, and making sure that your ownership is protected. And the only way to do that is to make sure you choose the title company that handles your home closing, because that title company is going to make sure that your ownership is protected, that everything came together smoothly. For the closing is part of it, but the other part of it is that your home closing, that your ownership is protected after you walk away from that table. So I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, and we've been doing this for over 30 years, so we know how to protect your home ownership, and we have a track record to prove it. And we want to make sure that your home ownership is protected. So hopefully I gave you a little bit of information that helps you out today. Make a wise choice when you choose who does your closing. You have the right to choose, and you make sure you make that choice wisely. Good morning, Miss Kimberly. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Pam. You have a great day. And all the rest of you, thanks so much for tuning in and checking in. I appreciate it very much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.